Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today I'm going to be creating some journal card cluster kind of things, but using a bunch of stuff that I recently showed. Kind of just, I felt like, sometimes I just show things and then they kind of get pushed to the side. I was sorting some stuff and I'm like, well, I really should use some of the stuff that I made and show you, after I've shown you how I made something, how to use it even further. So this is the example that I made. So I have just a spritz background, which I recently did the backgrounds that are spritzed and had the texture paste on there. I do have some blank ones in case I want to do some spritz and mores. And I do have a Tim Holtz card here, and I have some die cuts, which I got a while ago, but they're a little heavier. And I've got a ticket, one of those tickets that I made for my wonderful little stamp cutter machine. I've got a tape from when I made those faux vintage tapes, and the ticket from that recent haul that I got from Temu, that I got the stamp that I got those tickets from, and yeah, oh, some tidbits. I was thinking about coloring those with the watercolors, but I decided to not do that on this one, and just some washi tape. But yeah, use some stuff that I got recently or made recently and actually make something with it. So let's put that to the side. And I have already picked, and I've shown it before, I've got my little Tim Holtz bucket of his ephemera. And I picked this one already, and instead of a flower this time, I picked a bird. So I'm just gonna make a cluster, and these clusters can be made to be kept by themselves and or then put onto a bigger journal card or a page or something. But yeah, so a ticket. And I really think that I probably could randomly go in here and just grab a ticket because there's so many in that thing. And we're just gonna put that in there and then do a green ticket or a yellow. I have a yellow already, so maybe I should do a green. Green with the butterfly. And this is my favorite part. I love this thing. All right, so we can put that there. Maybe I should find a ticket that goes that direction. Let's see. And I so just randomly pick one, but there we go. I like the color. Not trying to take too long to look for them. I like that. It's got actually, this one could be ripped too. It's got little holes. That's very cool. All right, so let's get that. We'll get the ticket, and let's look for a tidbit. I see one right on top here that has some blue. I love it. Let's do that one. And I'm just gonna, no, I'm not gonna, I did show when I got the stamp video, I did show how I took the little stamp machine and made these into stamps. But since I have a stamp already, I'm not gonna make that into stamps. I don't wanna have too many of the same, and that's got the little line, so we don't wanna do it too many times. Okay, so I think I'm gonna glue that together, and then I'll put a little bit of washi tape on there. So I think, there it is. We'll go and glue this first. So this is just basically a random cluster. So I was thinking that, and I put too much glue on the outside here. Pick this up to take that off before I stick it too much to my table. There we go. I was thinking that, yeah, these you can make clusters up like these, like just fun clusters, and keep them, add them to a pocket or a journal card or whatever. All right, should I tuck the bird thing in or keep it on top? But I like to hang it off just to give it a little bit more interest. All right, I think I'm gonna keep this hanging off and up, so I'm gonna put that ticket up a little higher. And I just realized I just have one of those. I was talking about how I made the ticket into a stamp. I added those on there. All right, I'm going to make sure this part gets glued down, that has a little rip-off part so it doesn't get lost. And a little bit of glue. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to glue that like that. I love it. Okay, so what part sticks out? Beak, tail, okay. Not do the beak, don't go to that, don't go to the bottom of the tail. Beautiful. All right, so how simple it is to make a lovely little, whoops, slip, lovely little cluster to put on something. Now, really, since I started with the base that's the Tim Holtz, and I used the chipboard kind of flowers. Now, if you don't have these kind of chipboard things, I got those at, I think I got them at Hobby Lobby. If you do your printouts and you print them out on thicker cardstock, or maybe glue your thinner digital onto a cardstock, or have heavier weight paper, to do that, you can just cut and make it thinner stuff. It doesn't have to be this thick, but adding this thicker stuff just makes it a little sturdier. But what I was getting to is, I have a page here. You could just attach this to a page, 3 sides, and then make this be a tuck on its own. That would be fun, right? Besides putting it onto something on its own. So yeah, it's cute, but my whole goal is to use things that I've made. So, oh, the tape, that's what I was going to use. I think I'm going to use some of this green tape that I made. And I'm just going to cut a piece here. I'm going to put it down there. Yeah, I'll put it down there. I had actually found this, it had gotten tucked, all these got tucked into an old project, not an old project that I did recently, and then as I was cleaning up, I found, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I had those, so I have them out in a spot where I'll remember to actually use them now. It's cute, right? All right, so we have, I could definitely put it on there. That actually might be more fun. I don't like that. This has the pink. I don't like that. Then I also have my pre-made. No, I think I like that one better. Yeah, I think I'm going to add it to that. Yeah, I think I'm going to add it to that. Okay. So, instead of making it a tuck, we're just going to glue the whole thing down. And now I've got a finished journal card that uses, and I'm going to actually put it off-centered and up higher so that this texture is showing, since I went to all that trouble to make it. There we go. But yeah, so just to show you that, you know, I show you how to make those. I show you how to make those. I sort of showed you how to make those. That's just a stamp. But yeah, you can actually put the stuff together that shows you how to make those. And I told you where to buy those. And the stamp. All right. I'm just an enabler. I'm sorry. But I think when you find something fun and enjoy making it, sharing it, it's not a bad thing. All right, let's make another one, because those were fun to make and quite simple to do. So we're going to start with one of the Tim Holtz bases. Now, you don't have to have Tim Holtz. Anything that's, you know, a little sturdier, a little heavier, that you can kind of put stuff on. Even if you got a digital, but then you back it with something. I like that one, but I've done a blue already. I could really go nice on here, wouldn't it? What if I did 2 of them? I'm trying to find one that's a little heavier and big enough. There's also some fun stuff in these Tim Holtz packs that are smaller that I could definitely add to, you know, add a little tidbit to some of these. I'm going to keep that one out for it. Keep those out. All right, I think I'm going to go with those two as I keep looking around for stuff. Okay. Yep, let's go with that. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side because I may not use that one. I don't want to get influenced by it, but that's the case. Now here's the big pack of the item that I said I'm pretty sure I got at Michael's. There's bigger ones that I could definitely use to add to it, but I picked out, I separated that I had little smaller ones because I didn't want to overtake the area. Okay, I think I like that. Now, I think I want something that's got a little bit more color to it, maybe, to add to it. And that's the pink flower I used already, right? Yes, I don't want to use that one again. I think these packs came with like 2 of everything. That's bright and cheerful. I like that. Got the same, no, it's different. I think. Oh, there's 2 there. I could definitely go with that one if I want to do another one. So I think I'll keep that with that. And we'll do, where'd it go? This one, that. Okay. Put this back to the side without losing everything. All right, it looks like a bit of a white outside to this that we want to get rid of. And this is a little lighter. So put that one on top. Okay. I'm gonna glue it now because I don't want to second guess myself on that. But we're gonna put that right there. And that's, probably should have something on my table here. That is gonna be its base. And then we'll just work off of that. All right, so we got that and a ticket. And we're just gonna randomly go in here and grab something and see if it works. I think I want something a little bit more a different color. I'm just kind of grabbing these and whichever's in my hand. I'm trying to look for something that's blue. I know I said I wasn't gonna pick something particularly good, but I'm looking for something blue. All right, there's the second blue. Let's go with that and see what we got here. All right. Just too many choices. That could be ripped apart too. It's amazing to think that all that paper, I mean, it's already pre-holed and pre-cut, and how fun. All right, one of those 2, but let's figure out which of my tickets I want to use. And it's covering up a lot of the stuff that's on here, but I am okay with that. It's just making a cluster. All right, I think I'm gonna put this on this side because this is really loose. So I'm gonna switch that around. that around, put that right there. And I've got this. Might add that later, but for right now I'm not going to. So, all right, this one is on the bottom. We're gonna add this. This one's got two different lines of where it could get cut. All right, so I want this up here so this corner doesn't get glued. Okay, oops. Looks like it also was not supposed to do the side. All right, I like that. Probably could have inked it a little too, but I have that stick out. Yeah, I like that now. Okay. All right, well that looks good. I think pretty much everything's gonna get glued. Lots of little spiky things here. Whoops. There we go. Beautiful. Tape. Tape, 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 tape. All right. I think I'll use one of these because it's got the green and the yellow. And we're just gonna cut a thin little piece. Oops. All right, so this piece is going to go across there, and this piece is going to go down there. Cute. I like it. All right, so the question is, do I have a card I want to put it on, or do I create my own? I mean, I have this one. That actually looks really cool. It doesn't fit this way. It sticks out a little bit, which I'm not totally mad at about it. I really do kind of like that. It's got the blues and the pinks, some flowers. I like it. I think I'm going to attach it. Okay. I'm blocking a bunch of that gritty stuff, but that's what happens sometimes. Right? Okay. Make sure that all those corners get something. There we go. And do my best to kind of center it. How fun. I do like that a lot. All right, should we try to do one more since I already pulled this out with this and this? Maybe a little bit of a smaller cluster, but that's okay. This might be a fun one to put on here. I'm going to keep that on top, but I don't want to get influenced. I think I like this yellow one with it. That's cute. I like it. Maybe a little tidbit over there. Okay, I think I will keep that there. I hadn't put a ticket. This is not a ticket. That was a Tim Holtz, and that was one of my tickets, and one of the tickets from here, and one of the tidbits I make. And I think it just needs to be a little one, like form 12. Yep, I think we're gonna go with that. All right, just gonna do a little inking on this, and just a little inking on that. Well, I hope you enjoy this at random making of ephemera, but using the stuff that I have created recently to show you how to use the stuff. And I'd love to hear if you end up making any of these things, or if you've decided what you want to do with them, because I'm always up to hear ideas from people of what they use the stuff for, and I really go too far with the glue on that. All right, so you're going to go down there. I think I did the wrong part. Yep, a little too far. There we go. Okay, so we're going to put this free drink down there. I think we'll put the form 12 there. All right, let's do that, and let's glue this down, and I'll just figure out which tape I want to put on there. Oop, there's a little bit of background on here that should have got cut off. There we go. One of the pieces of the die cut, when they cut it, did not fully come off. Okay, let's put that other free drink away. So how many of these random tickets do you think I'll use in a lifetime? There was a lot. All right. Actually, I think I'm gonna end up putting it down there. Yep, let's put it down there. All right, so we're gonna see if my first initial thought over that card will work on it. I think this is the one, right? And of course, it blocks all that lovely scrunching. I like the color. I don't know if I'm much of a fan of using it. There we go. Yeah, I think this will have to be decorated separately without a cluster. Yep, we're gonna do that one. It's got this like brickish color in the brick, so I think this is the winner. Whoops. All right, well, I think this is gonna be the last one that I make. And yep, put that one down. So if you liked the idea, like the video, a thumbs up would be awesome. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you'd like to see more of the stuff that I make with the stuff I make, it's like a never-ending hole. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you get notified of when videos come up. I noticed recently, a lot on my own, that even people that I've subscribed to don't show up in my feed. A lot of the feed ends up being just more popular, unfortunately, stuff that I don't care about, but it's like you accidentally click on something and before you know it, you got 87 videos of that same thing, and it's like hard to get rid of. So if you're not clicking and liking the stuff that you like, you're going to get stuff that you might not want to see. I love that one now. That is very cool. I definitely could add some sort of little label or number down there just to ground it if I felt like it at some point. But for right now, I'm going to keep it as it is. I used quite a few of my little stamps up. I really kind of wanted to use one of these, but this one almost can be like on its own. I got one of these. Well, that's really too close. Yeah, it's ugly with it, but you know what I'm saying. This would be fun to almost put on its own onto something with maybe a little bit behind. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, yep. I'll have to finish using those up at some point in the near future. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. I love them. Okay, that's going to be it for me today. Thanks so much for stopping by. And as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye for now.